So in fact, just yesterday, I wrote to my group of teenagers and my support group, and I actually said something to them. So maybe this is one of the things as a woman or as a guy. So when I was in India, this is not what I thought I was going to tell, but when I was in India, one of the young girls from my group wrote to me and she's like, "Are you available to talk?" I wasn't, on the other side of the world. And she said, "I was sexually assaulted at a concert and, I just need someone to talk to or whatever." And I said, "Do these other kids know about it?" The other kids in the group. She's like, "Yeah, they've reposted it. They don't like this kid." And, okay. So I was like, "Well, I can talk to you when I get home." And that very night, I was out with my husband walking on like sort of a boardwalky Malakand thing. And in India, people ask to take your photo all the time. Absolutely all the time. And I usually say, yes, it's cute and they're so excited, and it's weird because they like want you to hold their baby. They want you to be in like the middle of their wedding photo, like just because you're white. So I always say yes. And on this particular night, the night before I left, these guys asked me to take my picture, and I was like, sure, whatever. And then there was something about their boy energy, like there were a few more and then a few more, and something, I could just feel it as a woman. I was like, yeah, there's too much boyness here right now. And so I called to my husband. He came walking over, and just exactly right then, one of the kids like grabbed my boob. And so my husband, I was like, what? Whatever, you grabbed my boob. And then I'm 58 years old too, folks. So like this young nubile thing or whatever, right? So my husband goes and he like grabs him here. He's like, but then he let him go. And I just was so enraged. And I was like, you need to understand as a man, like that always that never stops. It never, ever stops for women. It was there from the beginning and it will never stop. And you have to like call it out. And then we sort of got into it, and he was like, "What did you want me to do?" And I was like, "I wanted you to beat him up or something, whatever." And then we ended up running after that kid, and the kid ran. We didn't catch him, whatever. And it kind of put a little bit of a pale, is that a right word, on our whole evening. So then yesterday, I get home, I'm walking Gala on the beach, middle of the afternoon, and Gala, my dog, goes running up to some little kids, and she kind of barks at them, and they started, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." And they were like, "No, it's totally fine." And then there's this other like young boy, man, kind of behind me. He's like, "Hi." And I think he's with the people I had just interacted with. And he says, "Oh, cool tattoo on your hand. Can I see it?" And I was like, "Sure." And I put my hand out, and he grabbed my hand and did like an obscene gesture with my hand, and I yanked it away, and then went out to the water, and I was like washing my hands. And so this is really weird that I'm telling this story, but I ended up going home and writing to these kids and saying, I need you boys to know something. And then I need girls to know something too. There's so many things, but this is one thing. Boys, men, if a woman says someone's creeping on them, or someone is creepy, or someone said a creepy thing, or someone looked at them creepy or whatever, then that happened. Like there's no room for the boy or the man to be like, "Are you sure? Like they didn't mean it that way." Like, really? Yes, that's what happened.